Hello.
Hoi,
Buongiorno.
bitches.
Oi.
I was expecting bitches and bros and non-binary hosts to follow that. I don't know why.
That's a good one.
It is a very good one.
I don't know why I was expecting it, but you know. Okay, Sarah.
Hmm?
This.
Oh
And
my
when did my break?
God.
I think it just
How many years was that? I can't math.
You hear
yeah.
that? That's my sub. Thank you, Soul.
6.083 years.
What the fuck, Soul? That's insane.
What?
That's insane. Like,
And I've known you for 7-ish, maybe 8. So,
that's also insane.
ta-da!
It almost feels like yesterday.
In the
that we
membrane?
met. Yeah. Insane in the membrane.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Almost feels like yesterday, man.
Well, time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
And life's been a blast.
Every time you sub, I just always reminisce. God. 73 months? What the fuck? Kind of weird that I've been streaming
Did
that long.
censor this?
Alright, I demand a recap.
Ooh.
DM.
All right. On the last adventure, you guys went to help out at the Divine Sanctum, which needed help finishing up their renovations before Remembrance Day, which is tomorrow. Saw some priest drama between the two main dudes. They sent you into the archive to retrieve a key, which took some effort, but you guys did it. Saw a strange mirror that was reflecting slightly not what was in real life. Homer stole an amulet that he found in a locked treasure chest. And then Echo got upset and left, and Gurn went back to talk to Charlie. Found out a little bit more that the Sanctum is a haven for people of any divine following, except he and Raynar are from apparently very different walks of life, which is why they don't like each other. And then, yeah, you guys had lunch, and I believe we're going shopping.
Shopping. Echo got upset as if she
Grocery
didn't have a
store.
whole fucking
Grocery
anxiety
store.
attack.
What was that?
Echo got upset as if she didn't have like a whole fucking anxiety attack.
She, was it just kind of Raynar's whole vibe that got to her?
She was seeing things.
Oh, yes, right.
Well,
Still in cat
thoughts.
form, yes?
Yes.
On Gurn's head.
on Gurn's head. With her face like pressed into the material of his hat.
No.
I believe Rory and Homer Bum are just following them from behind, right? Or am I misremembering that?
Weren't
I
they
know
like
they talk.
eating free food?
I thought we just finished eating and we went out to find Echo. I mean, I think that's what happened.
Yeah, and Rory tried comforting her, and uh, Gurn interrupted by putting her on his head.
Yep, that's what happened. And then Rory looked over to Homer Bum and was like, "What was that about?"
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So are we walking, I guess, to the grocery store?
Where is?
You guys are right under the E in Western, I believe, right? Right, kind of in there.
Yeah.
So wouldn't save you that much time to teleport.
Yeah.
Where is the grocery store?
Landry's.
Flanders?
I keep forgetting that's a grocery store.
Yes, general store. They have some groceries there. Okay, so I mean, a good probably at least hour or so's walk. Um, yeah, you'll get there eventually.
Echo will, at that point, just uh, exit her cat form. Um, she'll be real quiet, but she'll go in.
All right. There's a couple people doing their shopping about. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Uh, she wants to get like a repeat of stuff. Uh, of the stuff that like the food stuffs that she got for Rally.
Okay.
And also she's going to try and find a foam, like a little roll up foam pad for Rally to sleep on.
Okay.
Um,
One moment. Um, did we, I believe, call it a gold
it was
for
5
the
gold.
food last? Was it 5?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Um,
Right, I guess you're getting it for the week.
for the week.
Okay,
So
that's fair.
it's 5 gold. I don't know if what for the foam thing, but also she wants to look for school supplies for Rory.
Okay. Um,
And yeah, she probably might want to get him a lot. So
the best as far as like a bed, um, they'd probably have some like basic sort of cushions and blankets and stuff, but nothing too, I guess, intricate.
That'll
Um,
be fine. She'll
Okay.
grab those.
Probably looking at uh, what exactly are you looking for Rory? Just like notebooks,
Notebooks.
normal non spell supply inks and whatnot.
Yeah. Um, let's see. Anything that catches her eye that might be useful for Rory.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what she would think.
Yeah, I mean
is
they
useful,
definitely
but-
have some stationery stuff at least, like the obvious notebooks, quills and inks, and whatnot.
Would Rory be aware that this is happening, or is he kind of like just wondering what she's buying? I know I figured he followed her into the grocery store too, but
I mean, are you
I figured
watching
he
her,
kind of.
or
I feel like he's just window shopping. That's why I was like wondering, like, is he aware? Would he be aware? Would he be watching? I feel like he's window shopping. I say he's window
Um,
shopping. He's not paying attention.
That's fair. So you could do an insight check if you wanted to see if you pick up on.
Ooh, yes. Let me see actually.
fail?
If the insight's there.
Fail. Fail. Fuck.
Okay. Yay.
Fuck. Fuck.
Warrior notices Echo's buying a lot of supplies then. He'll ask her later.
Good. Good.
Not at the moment, but later.
Okay. How does 5 gold for the week of food, supplies, and then 5 silver for the bedroll, 5 silver for the school supplies? Does that sound good? So 6 gold total.
Fuck, I need to get rid of this gold. Yeah. That works.
I mean, I can charge you more. You could just pull a jaffle and start tipping people.
No, that's not what she would do. Okay.
Isn't she usually the one that gets the tip?
Just
True.
the
Damn.
tips.
Oh no.
I need to. It's almost as if she remembers something. She turns to the group. Need to go to the Grumpy Hog real quick. If you guys don't mind.
Rory kind of pipes up. Do you want us to follow you or bring this back?
Well, I would like you to follow me. I need hands.
Okie dokes. Rory kind of raises his arms and proceeds to carry stuff.
Well, we could drop this off too, actually. If we just walk down there.
Rory nods.
Relly is on the way.
So,
Ooh, day early. Rory is following Echo then with bag.
she will thank Philandry. Oh, and she will also ask if he could do like a weekly like repeat, like a weekly order of all the foodstuffs.
Sure. He'd probably ask if you want to pay in advance or if he's just kind of ordering more with the understanding that you're going to be back.
Well, I can come and pick it up each week. I just and pay for it as I go.
Sure, I'll have it ready for you.
Thank you very much, darling. With that, she will walk out, head off to Rallies.
You head down the street and then sort of duck down the familiar alley. Find her sewer grate again. I believe you guys had what, like a kind of a knocking code
Mm-hmm.
that you were using?
A very specific knock, I
A knock
believe.
pattern.
She does that knock.
Yeah, a couple of minutes, a minute or two will go by, and you'll see a couple rats poking their snoots up from the grate.
Maybe get the box for this, and she'll hold out the blankets and the pillows and whatever. Don't want to get it dirty now, do we? She'll,
They will
yeah.
work with you on getting that sorted. And then again, the one, I believe, the one that's kind of implied to be Rally. She have lighter fur, I think. I know she looks slightly different. Waggle her tail at you gratefully before scampering off.
She's too cute.
Rory pipes up and asks, "Was the different looking one Rally?"
Yes. At least I believe so, anyway.
I don't think we ever seen her in her mouse body.
I am Mivol. Why am I Mivol?
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
That's a little confusing.
Uh,
You were Echo earlier. Okay, there you go.
yeah, there we go. I don't know why I just... Sometimes it does it because it's on a hotkey, but I didn't hit hotkeys, so I'm weirded out. So, whatever. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying.
You were saying and then you said I'm Mayball, I'm Mayball, why am I Mayball? So
All right. Yeah, she'll just.
Rory had asked if you guys had seen Rally in her rat form before.
Last
Yep.
week.
Rory was like, "Oh, so you saw her in the rat form?"
I
Oh,
dropped it. I dropped off last week's to her.
Rory nods while walking. Where's Gurn and Homer Bum? Out of character question. Were they following us the entire time?
Yeah, Homer was anyway.
I imagine for a bit Gurn was leading because Echo was on his head.
Yeah, until we got to Philandries.
Right.
Yeah, she'll just float on to the Grumpy Hog.
All right. You'll continue on to the Grumpy Hog. It's Friday, early afternoon. Bit of a crowd forming. Nothing too crazy yet, but you know.
Anybody at the like stage area?
You'd probably see a band setting up.
All right. She see Timber or May?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
perception.
You wouldn't see any of them kind of immediately. But you don't really see anyone coming in or out of the sort of back room, so it's a little hard to tell.
Yeah, she'll go up to the bar.
Albion, the familiar little pixie dude, will greet you and ask if he can get you anything.
I'm not sure if this is the right place to go, but do you have any more bottles of liquor?
Well, this is certainly the right place. Looking for anything specific, or...
Ah, Homer.
Get in the
Yeah.
expert.
What kind of liquor do you want?
He'll rub his hands excited. Ooh, you sure know your way to my heart, Edo. He'll kind of clasp his hands together and like press them to his cheeks and do a little swoon, like a little dramatic swoon.
She'll give him a
Let's
fond
see.
smile.
He'll kind of take a fingers to his lips and like purse his lips and like squint his eyes and look like he's in deep contemplation.
The deepest
And then
of
he'll kind of go.
contemplation.
He'll kind of start with his lips, and then he'll finally be like, he'll kind of like snap his fingers and be like, whiskey, good old whiskey.
Can we get a few bottles of whiskey, please?
Sure thing. How many bottles are you looking for?
Let's do 5.
You'll see him kind of look over his shoulder, kind of under the bar, tally something up in his head. How about a gold each?
Sure.
He'll have his assistant pick the bottles up because he's very small. And put them on the counter for you. They're just kind of your standard, like, I don't know the size of them, but you know, the larger whiskey bottles.
Mm.
Not quite the gallon jugs of moonshine, but
Yeah. There you go, Homer. I'm gonna have you hold those.
Ooh. He'll excitedly take all the bottles on his arms.
anything else?
That'll do it for me.
Pleasure doing business with you.
She'll bow her head and leave the dog.
Cool.
Probably teleport back from there.
All right. You guys heading home?
Unless anybody else has
I think-
anything.
I think so. Rory's still carrying the groceries, right? I think he is at least.
Presumably.
We dropped that off with Raleigh.
Oh,
Oh, right.
right. Never mind.
But
Those were Rally's groceries.
She did have you hold your
Oh, the supplies that Rory
supplies.
doesn't. That Rory isn't aware why you bought the supplies. He just knows you are buying supplies.
Uh-huh.
So as they enter the house, Rory goes, Echo, what are these things in here for? I thought we were bringing things for Rally.
Oh well, those are for you.
But this is like writing utensils and paper and stuff, and he
Yep.
kind of just realizes that they're school supplies. He's like, Echo, not that I'm not grateful, but is this all necessary?
Yep. You are going to school now. And we have to have you ready.
A slight smile goes across Rory's face as he hurriedly rushes to his room to drop off stuff.
No. What time is it now?
Probably around 3-ish. 3 or 4.
Echo's gonna spend a few hours deep cleaning the house.
Alright.
Probably around. What would dinner time be about? Like, do you think?
5 or 6.
Wait, what time is it now?
3?
3.
After Rory puts the supplies away, he says, I don't know about you guys, but I feel kind of sweaty. I'm going to take a quick bath. So he kind of just goes into the bathroom, takes off his clothes, hops into the tub. Because Rory always forgets to lock the bathroom door.
Yeah, Echo's just fucking cleaning. She going. Probably around 5 she'll start dinner.
But I know we said breakfast, but what are we making?
Pancakes, because Rory said pancakes.
Nice.
Rory did love pancakes.
Why am I Meval again?
That switched on a dime. Holy crap. I'm assuming Rory's not going to spend like the entire 2 hours in the bathroom. So at some point he leaves,
It's all
gets
pretty.
changed. Or he fell asleep in the bathtub again because he's done that twice already.
Oh no.
Nah, he's in his room. He's changing.
What is
Rory
Gurn
needs-
and Homer doing?
Homer has probably started to get to town on one of those bottles of whiskey. And I'm pretty sure he finished that bong he was working on, right, Quill? Or I haven't been able to keep track or
Yes, I believe you
notes.
did.
All right. Okay. He'll probably let's see. Yeah, he's probably gonna start working on like a new piece. Glass piece. I want it like, yeah, I think it's gonna be some sort of like beaded or like glass beaded intricate little, almost like a necklace piece maybe, but for a sword for Vanessa.
Alright. Little charm thing.
Yeah.
That's cute. Go ahead and give me sleight of hand with your tools there.
Also, I do not remember the last time I had, or Homer had him take his nerd.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh,
I'd say as you're working on the, because you're doing this with the blown glass kit, yes?
yeah.
you're trying to work on the small beads, but they're a little too small. You end up burning yourself just a little bit.
Is Homer doing this in front of the fireplace?
Yes.
So Rory could see him doing this?
Yes.
Rory's sitting in the chair in the corner, reading a book. Rory looks up from the book and goes, Homer Bum, are you okay? What was that?
Ouch! Yeah,
Echo probably
I'm
hears
fine.
this, right?
He'll kind of be like flapping his little hand. Well, his hands aren't little, but he'll be flapping his little hands, the ones that got, or the one that got kind of singed. Anyways, he's gonna be like, "Damn, yeah, I'm fine. Just this whiskey going straight to the membrane, I suppose."
Did Echo hear any of this?
You're in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Probably. You can do a perception check if you want, but I think it's reasonable that you'd hear something going on at least.
She's gonna get ice out of the
Aw.
freezer.
Well.
Come around, like, not crazed. I wouldn't call her crazed, but you know that sense of urgency mothers get when they're
Oh, the
kid.
concerned mom.
Yeah,
Look.
yeah. She comes by with a rag and an ice pack, wraps the ice pack around, or wraps the rag around the ice pack, and then, goes to help Homer.
Would Rory be allowed to do healing sacrifice on a burn wound?
If you want to. I would say it was only the equivalent of probably like 1 point of damage, but if you want to.
Rory is gonna do it in secret, though. He's gonna just kind of prick his hand and ask Homer Bum if he could see his hand for a bit.
Wait, so like, okay, so there's like Echo on one side coming at Homer Bum, fussing with an ice pack, and then on the other side there's Soul, who's like, "Hey, can I see your hand?"
Yeah.
Homer Bum's gonna raise his hands to both of them and be like, "Hey, everybody! I'm a grown ass man. I'm like older than all y'all fuckers. Damn. All right. It's all right. It's chill. I got the best medicine of it all." He'll take another deep swig of whiskey.
Oh,
Rory kind of just looks up at him and is like, are you sure? It looks like a decent sized burn.
Trust me, kid. There's never gonna be a burn as bad as I've had in my life. Outside of that fucking acid burn from the tentacle, he'll give a visible shiver.
Rory was like, I thought you were gonna mention that as the worst. Never mind. He kind of goes back to the corner to read the book.
oh, okay. Echo just goes back.
Slightly dejected or very dejected?
Yes.
Oh.
To which one? To which one?
Homer will pick up on Echo's slight dejectedness, and he'll kind of like sigh and look at the whiskey bottle and like smile fondly at the whiskey bottle and be like, wait, Echo, wait. He'll kind of like get up and like sheepishly like shuffle over to Echo, and if she still has the little ice rag in a minute, he'll like hold his little boo boo out and be like, okay, maybe I can use a little ice.
Just hold that on the burn. It should help.
He'll give her a thumbs up and do just as that. But probably not very long after that, he'll kind of see if Spare look over his shoulder and see if Echo goes back to the kitchen, and if she does, he'll try to he'll take shots of whiskey with ice in his mouth. No glass, just uses his glass
I mean,
As
she's
the
not.
mouth.
She does go to the kitchen. She's not like watching you.
Yeah.
He's kind of
I was like,
chuckling behind the book.
Gurn, Homer, as you got up to kind of like go to Echo and be like, wait. The second you got up, Homer took the whiskey bottle and is taking shots.
I think Gurn. You say you
Gurn,
meant Gurn.
Gurn is taking shots. Right?
Yep.
They can take shots together then.
Rory's just smiling behind the book and kind of chuckling to himself very quietly.
Also, yeah, how lit is Homer getting? Because I really I don't remember the last time he took his meds. It's been a
You're,
while.
I think it's been a while. I think your system is pretty much normal as far as getting drunk goes.
Okay.
You would be feeling the withdrawals like pretty badly, but you would also be noticing ever so slightly starting to not be quite as bad.
Ah, cool.
Adaptation, maybe.
What about Echo?
Have you been taking the pills?
Maybe one here and there when it got bad, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean you'd be feeling the withdrawals, the cravings. I don't know, the one night you probably wouldn't have the really, really nasty effects, but
Yeah.
Oh God. I just realized something. Besides the fact that we're all traumatized a little bit away, is half our party medicated then? Or is Gurn taking stuff too?
Nah, Gurn's got nothing.
Okay. Rory has unconventional ways of dealing with his stuff, so that have not come up yet. So I just wanted to see. Like, wait. Damn, we're a traumatized party. Continue on. Sorry. I was just making an observation.
so would probably be around this time. You'll hear a knock on the door.
Rory looks up from his book. No one wants to get that, I guess? Because I'll
Echo.
go.
Echo's
Oh.
going.
Oh, never mind. He just sees Echo fly by.
She'll open the door.
By the way, as we get to this point, Gurn is probably going drink for drink with Homer.
Oh no.
How many drinks has... It's been 2 hours since we got home. How many drinks is that? Literally, Rory's being a book nerd and just reading in the corner whatever book he's over there. What was the last book he grabbed? The one about train engines?
I think so.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Damn, how
Um,
long can you read train engines? Continue. Sorry.
Probably like
mean, just-
very in depth. Just imagine like you read a couple sentences and you're like, what does that word mean?
He's just doing it to people watch and read, pretend at the same time.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, Echo he'll open the door and Axel will be standing there.
Well, hello
With
there.
a
Sorry.
bouquet in hand and a small box in the other.
Oh. She'll give him a little like a I know what you are smile. And she will basically like pull him in and be like, "Come on in, darling."
He'll come on in. Good evening. How are things going?
Pretty well. Rory's got his school stuff, so
Oh, wonderful.
he'll be ready. He's just in here.
Default token. There we go.
Come, make yourself at home. I think the boys have made themselves at home quite nicely.
Good evening.
Table is full.
Rory,
Rory
your
slowly-
friend's here.
Rory looks up from the book. He waves eagerly.
Axel, do the kind of awkward, like, my hands are full, but I'm trying to wave back kind of thing.
Rory kind of gets up. Clearly did not see what he had in his hands. Because, hiding behind a book sort of thing.
Mhm.
Walks up to Axel and goes, "Hey, wait, what do you got there?"
Hello, well, this, I walked past on my way here, thought it would be a nice welcoming gift, brighten up the place. And he'll kind of awkwardly, like, sort of offer you the bouquet, not really knowing what else to do with it.
Okay, can I do, not insight, but, like, what would you need to check what the flowers are for that? Insight or perception?
Investigation.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Oh god, Rory, please. You know language of flowers. Don't mess this up.
Yeah, it's fairly simple. They're red carnations.
Ooh. Rory takes the bouquet and goes, "Ooh, these are very." And then he kind of looks at them more and he just kind of blushes really badly. These are He kind of like stutters and goes, "Very pretty, Axel." And he kind of smiles very sheepishly. He's like, and he goes, "Oh, I'll ask Echo where to put these." And he kind of awkwardly walks over to Echo and goes, "Echo, where do I put these?"
Oh, well, you like flowers, don't you? I think your room would be the best place for him if you're going to take care of him.
Rory kind of looks at Echo and is like, "Aren't these for you?"
Well, he gave them to you, did he not?
Well, that's because I was just there. Was it not?
He is your friend.
But uh, but these flowers, they he kind of awkwardly grabs a random like tall glass, fills with water. "I'm gonna put these in my room," and awkwardly walks by. Very stilted.
Axel will place the box that he has in hand as well on the dining room table. And you will all, anyone, are you,
I
Gurn
want-
and Homer, are you guys sitting at the table?
I was trying to think. um, as all of that is happening, Gurn might have come over and tried to take one of the flowers.
Oh. Rory would have not noticed.
Just one.
Rory's so awkward right now.
Oh.
Right.
Can I insight Axel through
Sure.
all that?
Sure. He seems a little bit awkward, but it's a little hard to tell. Like, I mean, he's just a little bit awkward anyway. From what it seems, and meeting new people and just kind of being in your house, just awkward.
Yeah, she'll come over to him, give him a smile. Please do take a seat if you'd like.
Thank you.
I
Thanks.
know we're a little intimidating at first, but I think we're all going to be great friends. Especially if you're the one who helped our Homer here.
He'll give you a nod, Homer. Glad to see you. You seem to have made a recovery.
Homer, I imagine Homer would have like been drinking on the floor near the fireplace, where he was earlier, and he, sitting on the floor looking up at Axel, who would just kind of shrug um, and just shrug at Axel. I can remember how to wipe my own ass now, so that's pretty neat.
That's good. Um, yes. Echo, maybe Gurn. Anyone who's looking at the box that he brought, you'll see it. It's just like a little cardboard box, and it has a stamped sort of symbol, like simplified sort of image, silhouette of a witch riding a broomstick, very sort of traditional, pointy hat.
Gurn's not paying attention at all. In fact, he stares at the flower for a second, sniffs it, stares at it again, and then eats it.
Yeah, that's good.
Did anyone watch him eat this?
uh, everybody make me a perception check. Let's find out who saw it.
Rory's in his
What
room.
kind of flower did you
so
say it was?
a
Carnation.
carnation. The reason why depends if anyone else saw this happen, by the way, before I react. Rory's in his room, so he's not gonna have seen it.
No,
Damn.
I don't think anybody did.
It's not on this list of flowers, so it's probably a bad idea, but who cares?
Rory kind of comes out of the room. He's still beat red. And he goes, "Thank you for the flowers, Axel. Really, red carnations, very lovely, very uh um. You're looking good." He kind of just nods. And he kind of just like bows his head and goes, "Oh my god, why did I say that? Why did I say that? Why did I say that?" And he kind of goes over here to sit.
Echo's making dessert as well, by the way. I don't remember what dessert it is.
Speaking of, as he kind of sets the box down on the table. Axel will say that he brought dessert, as there is a bakery on the way back, or well, on the way here from where he's stationed up at the North Bridge.
Oh.
And he'll open the box up, and it's a bunch of donuts that are all Halloween and like spooky themed.
Like pumpkins, witches, scary trees, cats.
Bats, yeah, there's
Oh,
probably
okay.
a cat one.
Well, that.
Oh wait,
Gurn immediately goes to reach for one.
I won't stop you.
wait. So can Rory do a perception check? Just looking at Gurn, I'm guessing. Just a bit.
Sure. What are you looking for?
If he has any remnants of what he was eating before he grabbed that. Nope, Rory's not gonna notice.
And at what you were saying to him, Rory, Axel will kind of smile a little awkwardly and say, yes, Lily thought they would be a good fit.
Insight.
Okay.
Holy fuck.
I will message you something.
Wait, does that mean nobody saw Gurn eat the flower?
Yeah.
No, nobody noticed.
Damn.
I kind of want to say something, but that's meta-ish. But Rory will drop something in a bit.
I mean, you could say that he did it as you were walking out if you want to at least roll a perception. See if
Nah, it'll be
nah.
interesting.
It's just
I
a
think
mystery.
it will. Rory goes. I got it. Rory just kind of goes. No, seriously though, like, wow. And he goes like the carnations are really, they make my room look really nice. I just gotta make sure I keep it away from the window, just in case any like stray rats or cats get nearby them.
Why?
Is Echo asking?
Yes.
Rory goes, oh, because carnations, well, not poisonous to humans. They are kind of poisonous to animals.
Wait, me?
Just don't eat it. as long as you don't eat it, Echo, you should be fine. I don't think Homer or Gurn will eat the flowers so anytime soon. So
That explains why it wasn't tasty.
Rory kind of just looks at Gurn. What now?
He is holding the stem. There's no longer a flower there. Now he has a donut in his hand, though.
Rory goes, we just gotta make sure he poops later. Maybe. Rory kind of goes to bounce Echo. Are kobolds like allergic?
Uh, Echo is like looking at Gurn like very closely, like if there's anything that's gonna happen.
Yes, specifically for you, Echo, for Echo in general, out of character. If a cat eats carnations, they will throw up. So
Yeah, just in case, I
Surprise!
looked it up on the flowers that reptiles can eat, and
I
it's
was about to
definitely not on
say.
there.
Okay.
Oh no, they are carnations are indeed safe for lizards apparently.
Okay. But
Really?
I was like, Gurn will be fine. It just probably just tasted gross. But Echo's the only one who can't eat it then. Because it is poisonous to cats.
Do I not feed you enough, Gurn?
I mean, you do, but
Rory kind of just looks at him like,
he
what did it taste like? If you
just kind of holds up the donut and takes a bite.
What does the donut taste like?
I don't know. What does the donut taste like?
Which one did you pick? There's a pumpkin themed one, a bat themed one, a cat themed one. Probably one of the ones that had like the spider web looking frosting on it. You know what I mean? Those ones. The ones with the donut hole that they turn into a spider.
The cat one.
Probably chocolate donut with chocolate frosting. One of them double chocolate ones.
Echo will go up to Axel, try and be inconspicuous, and just whisper something in his ear.
Okay.
That's what she'll say.
We'll just kind of give her a slightly tense smile.
Does a little lap with her floating.
Meanwhile, Rory has snuck up to get a donut. He gets dinner soon, and this is currently what happened to him in the general area.
Yep.
Wait, he chokes?
Wait, let me roll a survival check.
No, you're fine.
He's fine. He just kind of like starts hacking up a lung for a bit after he falls.
Are you okay, Rory?
That is delicious.
Are you alright?
I was trying to be sneaky. He has a half an eaten donut in his hand while coughing up.
You really should eat your chew your food more. You know that, right?
But it tastes so good.
Yes, but if you chew slower, you can enjoy it more.
No, I'm trying to be discreet, Echo. Didn't want to get caught eating dessert before dinner.
I think this is a good occasion. Just don't fill up. Echo will go back to making dinner. It's the pancakes. It is decked out, like fully decked out pancakes, like whipped cream, fucking fruit, you know, like something that you'd find from Denny's or some shit.
Nice.
So while Rory was coughing, Gurn went to try and slip another donut.
How many is in the box?
Probably a dozen.
That's 3 donuts
Well,
down.
that's a
right
good
now.
question. Because I imagine with a natural 1, he accidentally trips and the box goes flying.
Oh.
Ugh.
Like goes to reach for one, trips, ends up slapping the box.
This is Rory's face when he sees that happens.
I mean, I don't know if Echo's anywhere near to try and catch it, but
Homer will gobble some off the ground.
Hang on.
I mean, this would have
But
been
at the-
as Rory's coughing, so you probably would have been out there actually.
oh yeah.
Rory just, as he was recovering, saw that on the floor or whatever. That's his face.
Yeah.
As the box goes, let's see. Let me roll. Ooh. Okay. You'll see Axel kind of react, cast something. And a spectral hand will appear and snatch the box a little bit more aggressively than it needed to be. A couple donuts do still end up on the floor, but for the most part, he's able to kind of save it.
There would would those donuts on the floor be the ones that Homer kind of just grabbed and started eating?
Yeah, I imagine so. Yes.
There's no floor donuts if there's no floor donuts. Rory still sparkle dyed because that looked amazing. And he kind of blurts out, "He has an invisible helper too!" You know, wide-eyed amazed.
It's a spell called Bigby's Hand. I'm sure you'll learn it eventually if you're going to be attending this school.
Rory tilts his head and goes, Why do you have Big B's hand? Who's Big B?"
Isn't Bigby's hand like a couple feet large?
It's pretty big, yeah. Bigby was the inventor of the spell, presumably.
Rory just goes, "He had really big hands then. He must have been a giant."
Well, I think maybe he actually had rather small ones, and that's why he invented the spell.
Rory does the fist to open hand gesture, going, "That makes more sense."
He'll just kind of laugh and put the donuts back on the table, kind of try to situate them a little bit.
Like magic would make sense. It would make sense to compensate with magic. Rory just kind of nods and crosses his arms.
Let's just leave the donuts alone for now.
Rory goes, "How many of us have snuck a donut at this point? Raise your hand."
All of you. Well, except for Axel here, but I am trying to feed you. Don't fill up.
I only had one. Rory kind of does by poking his fingers together. And he looks at Axel like, "Very delicious, by the way."
Nora is a very talented baker.
So Rory kind of sits down again and kind of looks at Axel and goes, so, what did Lily tell you about those flowers?"
Oh, nothing in particular. Just thought it would be a nice housewarming gift, I suppose. I know
hear-
a little late, but
You hear like a sigh from like a few from Rory, and he kind of mutters something under his breath.
Can I perceive what he's muttering?
Sure, you can try.
Damn.
Rory's getting
You'll
better
hear-
at muttering.
You'll hear him whisper, "Not and think," but not the rest of the sentence. And Rory kind of just like untenses up after muttering that.
So, how have you all been finding the city so far?
Rory kind of just waves his arms like, "The city's huge! No wonder no one runs everywhere. Have you tried running everywhere?"
Gilvire has had us do rather long training days.
Rory kind of goes, "I mean, I'm not in the best of shape, but he does like quick math in his head. It's like, took me like 4, maybe 5 hours to run from here to where you were."
That sounds about right.
Yeah, why is it so long? This place is huge. He also
This
just kind of
starts to feel a little smaller the longer you've been here, but it is big enough to not get cabin fever, I suppose.
he kind of looks to Axel. Is like, "So if you knew how you said it sounded about right, the distance the running distances. Does that mean you run it before?"
I've run the whole length of the city a couple times. Gilvire likes to keep us in shape, keep us ready.
Rory goes, "Oh, that explains your very good physique then." And then Rory kind of just open wide eyes is what he said. It's very obvious. I I did not stare or anything like that. And he kind of just looks the other way for a second.
Right. Between my military duties and my academic duties with the Blade Singers, both body and mind have to be kept sharp, so
Rory kind of just nods. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Echo
Oopsies.
starts serving everyone, going around the table and all that.
Rory looks at the plate with very sparkly eyes. Ooh, and he kind of like does a little shake, like, I'm excited, I'm excited. Just more sparkle eyes.
Yeah.
Axel will thank you as you put the food in front of him and mention it's been a while since he's had a home cooked meal.
Well, you should come over more often then. I do enjoy cooking for people.
Well, I certainly wouldn't want to impose, but
Oh,
I
you
appreciate it.
wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Rory, in between happy munching, goes like, Echo makes the best meals too. And be nice to have company.
You could come over at any point and you'd be welcome.
Rory kind of looks at Echo, like mid fork to his mouth, and goes, "Oh, I mean, I don't want to get him in trouble if you know."
Get him in trouble.
Well, I mean, you said any time. What if he decides to come when he's busy?
I'm sure he'll know when he's not busy and when he can come and not.
Rory kind of looks at Axel and goes, "You're a guard, though, aren't you? Aren't you guys like busy all the time?"
My shifts are usually pretty consistent. I take the morning up at the North Bridge. Do a patrol once a month, usually. We're on rotation for that, so.
Roy kind of goes, "Oh yeah, you were at the North Bridge when we met each other. That means you get to see the sunrises over there, don't you?"
Yep, it's always pretty over the farmlands.
Rory kind of looks at it, and then like closes his eyes and kind of remembers it. Yeah, I remember those were really pretty. Well, at least the one I saw when I was up there. He remembers leaning on the bench posts near the bridge and looking at the sunrise.
The mornings are always nice and quiet, so it's usually fairly nice.
Does it ever get hectic up there? I feel like it wouldn't. Rory kind of says in between chews.
Not particularly. Sometimes there are trade caravans that need to come through, and it's a bit of paperwork, but that's about it.
You're not the only one up there at the bridge, right? Like guarding it? There are other people nearby or something?
Well, the Northern Bridge is the only cross point that the field guard takes care of. There are usually patrols that go out, and of course, if I need help, I'm connected, and he'll sort of hold up a sending stone that he has kind of on his belt.
Rory squints his eyes and goes, "Oh, Echo has one of those too."
Only ever had to use it once or twice, but they're useful.
Just a lot of nodding from Rory.
Probably just kind of continue to make small talk.
I am assuming.
Yeah, as you guys eat and everything.
Is Homer at the table too, by the way? Or is he still sitting by the fireplace?
Yeah. He's at the table at this point.
Rory kind of asks out loud. So Homer Bum, what were you trying to build earlier? I'm just asking out of curiosity.
He'll kind of look sad, a little sad, and just be like, oh, trying to make a little bit of jewelry for the old ball and chain. He'll gestures down to Vanessa at his side.
Rory kind of goes, "Oh, for the sword!
That's
You and the sword, huh? Getting more cereal?" He says.
This is me laughing, not Homer, by the way.
I mean, it could have been Homer laughing, and Rory would see it the same way. Yeah.
um, um, Homer will kind of give a dry chuckle and be like, "Yep, definitely getting more serious."
Rory kind of goes, "Well, that's really sweet of you. Sometimes I forget that you're a sweet old guy."
Homer will look like a cross between genuinely flattered and genuinely like flabbergasted at that statement. Um, and he'll just kind of like sheepishly like scratch his head and like give Rory a little dismissive rave and be like, "Sweet, oh, I have been called many things, but I think it's been a long time since I've been called that one. You know who's sweet?" He'll kind of like gesture to um the guard asshole. This guy brings donuts. Make sure I don't overdose and die. You know, our guest. He's trying to shift the compliment time to the guest of honor.
He'll kind of smile, but sort of dismiss you a little bit. Say something about on the line of duty, whatnot.
Rory kind of goes, "Wait, so giving us flowers is part of the line of duty?"
Well, not that part.
Echo
suppose.
goes.
Rory kind of just thinks about it and is like, "Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, it's kind of being housewarming to a city." So he hears like a slight like disappointment in his voice, but he's not even registering it. So
Echo gives Rory one of those. Are you kidding me?
Homer will cough and under his breath he'll say, "Gay."
Homer, speaking of, I know what you are. Homer, speaking of Vanessa, she will have started requesting that you take her to a blacksmith to be sharpened and polished.
Oh, Homer
Is
will
this like
kind
an?
of sorry.
It's in his head. No, this is in his head, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Because none of
Homer-
us could hear Vanessa,
No,
right?
Homer's the only one who can hear her.
Oh,
Homer will kind of like raise up his eyebrows and kind of like, kind of like look down at Vanessa and just like under his breath, just be like, shit, all right, god damn it. He'll kind of like stand up abruptly and like dust himself off a little bit, trying to look chill, but the old ball and chain. And he'll just kind of be like, hey, does anybody know where a fucking blacksmith is by chance?
Oh,
right
we can
now?
Rory do a history check? I think.
Sure.
So they remember one of the people told them about that place.
Yeah,
Where the
the
books,
blacksmith
so-
was mentioned at some point.
Let me see if Rory remembers.
Yes.
Oh.
Apparently.
I don't remember, but I'm gonna say Rory goes, oh, and insert information here
Lord.
Yeah.
because I don't remember where it is. Because it was for the job thingy. I remember you mentioned it somewhere when we were doing the job thingy, the books. So
Oh wait, isn't it the evening?
It is, yes. It's
Oh.
yeah, not necessarily that she was asking specifically to do it like tonight, but just to get on it kind of thing.
Why are you?
Yeah, he was jumping the gun.
Fair.
Why are you asking?
Well, she asked. He'll gesture down at Vanessa at his hip. He'll then kind of like scratch his beard and be like, you guys think they got 24 hours, 24/7 blacksmith service now that you mention it?
Probably
Kind of-
not.
Rory raises an eyebrow. Is that possible?
Fucking should be if we're living in if we're living in fucking feudalism, then yeah. Oh, well, I mean, no, I guess that's more capitalism. Fuck. That kind of rhyme and reason. He'll then like sigh and he'll like sit down on the chair, but he'll make a mental note of the information that Rory gave him about the blacksmith and how Vanessa that he'll get on it ASAP.
Do you even have the gold for it?
Homer will rummage around in his pants, and everybody will hear the very loud clinking of various trinkets, broken glass, God knows fucking what. You'll just hear all this, like, here, wait, let me see if I have anything in the room.
Can I do a perception to see if Rory heard the mouse in the pocket too?
Oh, shit.
Sure. It's gonna have to be pretty.
What's the roll? I can't see it.
That's a second nat 20 in a row. For soul
Oh,
tonight.
wow.
Yeah, Rory, you hear
Wow.
a faint squeaking.
Rory just kind of makes a face, a confused face, and then kind of looks at Homer with a raised eyebrow.
Can Homer percept that expression? Insight that.
Can I
Yeah, give me
percept
insight.
if Homer percepts Rory percepting?
Gurn doesn't give a shit. He is probably pretty drunk at this point.
Oh
Is that
yeah.
why Kern has been quiet this entire time? Besides normal Gurn behavior?
Well, I mean, that's why Gurn fell.
Oh, right.
That's fair.
Yo, guys, there's my luck for the week.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah, blew it all in one day.
You're never gonna roll a nat 20 again.
Oh, Sag.
That's so fucking impressive. I wish Rory got more nat 20s for important roles, though.
No, Rory gets them for stuff
Yeah.
that don't really matter.
No, I think the fucking dinosaur fucking mattered.
Oh, no, that's totally dead.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
true.
right.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
right.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
right.
That was a good
You're
one.
right.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
No, this is like
Um,
Rory gets nat 20s when it decides it's gonna be convenient or funny.
Oh
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Can I insight that expression though?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. I mean, 24 is great.
What's
Rory,
Homer
like,
reading?
Homer will be getting the sense that Rory's kind of mentally asking, "Is that what I think it is?" in his head.
Damn, Homer's drunk ass is gonna, as smoothly as possible, kind of write himself into a more respectable, not having a mouse in the crevasses of glass and trinkets, and kind of like clear his throat and pull out his 4 gold and a few silver and kind of like thrust this out, and he'll be like, do you guys think this is gonna be enough to get her polished and buffed?
Rory kind of just looks at Axel and goes like, 4 gold. That's enough, right?"
You're just looking to have a sort of regular service done? No enchanting or anything? Just
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll cover it for sure.
Yippee! Okay, I don't think Homer will say yippee. Homer's just like gives uh, a thankful nod and puts his gold back in the pocket, and then he shoots Rory a look. It's a shut the fuck up kind of look. Don't ask shit. I don't know how much Rory's gonna be read based on that, but yeah, he contorts his little face and eyes into a don't ask questions type look.
Roy kind of just raises the other eyebrow and kind of goes, he kind of just smiles and then nods and goes, and kind of just like mutters like, "Later then," and then under his breath.
Can I? Does Echo notice any of this?
Give me a insight from Echo. Homer, Axel will kind of continue and mention that whenever he gets his blade upkept, it's usually just about a gold, and that's for him to kind of go all out.
Maybe Sparksy will roll the 12.
I feel like you would probably notice them exchanging looks, but not enough to really get any sort of context.
She's at least caught on that they're communicating via faces, but that's about it.
What is going on?
Roy glances over to Echo. What?
Why are you guys just staring at each other?
Who's staring? I'm not
You and-
staring.
You and Homer.
Me? No, I was staring at Axel. Hi. He kind of goes.
As you should.
What is that supposed to mean? That's a Roy kind of like. What
She
is that? What is
just
that
gives
supposed to
him
mean?
a "I know what you are" kind of look.
Or he's just gonna blink his eye, blink his eyes in their direction. Where is that GIF?
Homer's just
Just a
gonna
fun.
kind of shrug at Echo.
Just like what?
Maybe stick his tongue out. Suggest. Oh my god! Oh, the "I know what you are" meme is great.
That's just Rory kind of looking in response to like what that face.
How does Axel look?
No, Homer's gonna look at Echo like this.
I feel like Axel looks a little bit confused, but he's also assuming it's just some kind of like stuff between you guys. It's not his business, sort of thing. So.
Hold on, there was like, if I think about it, there was a lot of nonverbal communication, which is why Echo's like, why are you all just staring at each other?
Yeah.
I love this party, guys.
Rory just kind of goes, anyway. Oh, he goes like, wait, so like, Gurn, did you build any more statues lately? Or figurines? I gotta show you something that Gurn built. And he kind of gets up, and then he kind of walks by, and he kind of slows his pace by Homer and goes, "I'll ask you questions later," and continues walking by to get the figurine from his room. And he comes back out to show Axel the dog metal statue trinket. Look what Gurn made.
Oh, wow.
I think it's a dog. But it's so cool, right, Gurn? And he looks over to Gurn. Gurn is there, right?
Believe so.
Yeah.
Is he sitting up or is he on the ground?
Probably sitting up.
He just kind of goes, right, Gurn? Again.
What?
You built this, right, Gurn? He points to the trinket you made him.
Yeah.
That is very impressive.
I don't even know where you got all the scrap metal for this, but it is really cool. He built one for Echo and Homer Bum and himself. Dude's talented. Rory just kind of goes, it's really impressive when guys don't have to make stuff with their hands.
Yeah, I always carry this one. When he pulls the dragonfly out, totally drops it again.
Oh,
Bends a different wing.
the other one.
So, did we all just kind of watch that happen again, I guess?
Wait, what? What?
He dropped this dragonfly again and it bent the other wings, or one of the other wings.
Oh,
He fixed it last time. I'm assuming it's gonna be fine again.
I'll just like he'll sigh and carefully get up. Not fully stable, slowly lean down and grab it. Slowly get up. And then sit down and start using mending to fix it.
Oh. Still really impressive though. After a bit, Roy kind of looks towards Axel and goes, "So besides doing guard work and training and exercising, what else do you do for fun?" Not that I'm implying that stuff is fun. That I just said, you know, when you're not on duty.
Well, my studies do take up a lot of my time. I used to be rather into cooking. I haven't really had much occasion to do much recently on my own, but
Where he goes, Echo, the man cooks. You guys should cook together.
well, maybe
well,
we
I'm
can.
certainly no professional, but.
Neither am I, darling.
Well, you wouldn't know it from your meals. No, kind of give a sort of laugh and smile.
No. Oh, thank you. But really, you should come over and, we can cook a meal together.
Would be nice to get back in the kitchen, I suppose.
I'll be willing to share my kitchen with you.
Thanks. We'll have to figure out a good meal to make.
Maybe we'll have Rory pick it again.
Rory kind of goes, me? Why me?
Because you like my cooking so much.
Well,
Maybe-
I mean, well, yeah. Rory kind of just, Rory kind of just like fumbles over words. I mean, I like your cooking, Echo. I never really had cooking though. He kind of mutters that under his breath, sheepishly.
Yes, well, I am gonna be getting a recipe book here soon when I can spare the coin for my selfish wants, but, yeah.
Rory kind of looks down. He's like, I mean, the most I have is usually bread, maybe some cheese. So it's been very nice to have like actual meals.
Yeah, that won't be while you're here.
Rory kind of like has drool come out from the side of his mouth, and we looks where he's like, I mean, he starts thinking about like going back home and goes like, I mean, I'll enjoy it while I'm here. If anything. He made himself say it. I'm sorry.
That in turn makes Echo sad.
Rory kind of shakes his head and goes, anyway, uh, uh, he looks towards the bottles of whiskey earlier trying to see if there's any more. Homer Bum, what does this drink taste like? Should I have some?
He's Rory's asking about the whiskey, right?
Yep.
Homer will kind of like raise his eyebrows in surprise, and he'll be like, well, whiskey, it's pretty damn good, but, and he'll kind of look maybe surprisingly like he'll hesitate for a sec, and he'll kind of like be like, I don't know if you would really enjoy it on your own. Does this place have soda or juice or something? I don't know if you'll just like this straight, kid. It's good stuff, but might be a little rough on your sensitiveness. He'll kind of like gesture at Rory with his hand.
Echo would
Pretty
probably
good, and
need to
it
get a chaser for Rory if
Rory kind of tilts his head and goes, does this drink needs to mix or something?
Generally, unless you're like me and Gurn here, yeah, most people prefer their whiskey with something sweet. I mean, listen, juice and whiskey, man, you'll be liking that a lot, I think. But yeah, drinking it straight, it's kind of for people with more scars on their liver than scars on their body, I guess. And I got a lot of scars on my body.
Rory kind of kind of pushes the bottle like slightly over him and like, wait, are you saying this this drink hurt you?
Well, no. I mean, if you drink it straight, it might be a little difficult to get down, but oh, alcohol is, dude, alcohol is my friend, my lover, my god. I don't know, like I would never abuse substances. I love them.
Yeah.
So Rory kind of just looks and goes, "Oh, so like the saying for those with the hair on their chest that would apply to this then, right?"
Yeah. Yes, and God knows you need some fucking hair on your chest, kid. Jesus Christ, you're
Rory
smooth
kind
as
of
butter.
Rory kind of looks like pulls his shirt on like, I kind of forgot you guys saw me without my clothes.
I've seen it multiple times.
Rory turns really red. Wasn't
Rory,
on purpose, guys.
I'm a mom. I really don't care. I'm also a whore, so
Rory just goes like, "Yeah, but like, Axel's right here. We don't have to have this conversation in front of him."
oh, but
Oh,
what if we
please
do?
don't mind me.
She gives the biggest grin.
Rory just goes, "No, no, no, no. We don't gotta put any bad imagery for him in his head, guys." He kind of just fidgets the bottle and puts it down. He goes, let me go find myself a cup for this then." He kind of goes off to the kitchen
Echo takes a
in the
swig
back
of
room.
the whiskey.
You'd probably be able to find some sort of juice in the fridge. I don't know if there would necessarily be any kind of. There is soda in the city, but I don't think there would be any kind of stocked. I think that'd be something that you guys would have to kind of go out and get yourselves.
So Roy comes out with a juice thingy. What type of juice?
Probably something simple: orange juice, apple juice.
OJ, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And a cup, and he goes, would this work with this?"
Homer will nod enthusiastically and be like, "Man, oh, fucking orange juice." He'll kind of wait. Does Rory have a bottle of orange juice?
Yeah. Probably.
Carton
Yeah.
or something.
It would probably be in glass, I imagine.
Oh, like the milk bottles from
Sort
before,
of
but it's
old
just
fashioned,
orange.
yeah.
Rory kind of goes, "I'm assuming this is juice."
Homer will be like, "Dude, whiskey and orange juice? Like, holy shit. Actually, fuck, no, pour me some of that too, man. I don't even remember the last time I've had fucking juice. Dude." Like, he's very visibly excited at the idea. And, like, keep in mind, guys, like, y'all have been seeing him drink moonshine straight, whiskey straight, and all of a sudden he's just like, "Oh, fucking juice, whoa!"
Rory kind of looks
Imagine
to
there
Axel.
aren't many
Go ahead.
fresh fruits left in Homer's world.
Yeah.
Rory kind of looks to Axel and is like, "Do you want one too? I don't know how to mix, so I'm just gonna do half and half."
Atta boy! Atta fucking boy! Homer will slap his leg and then like come over and like clap Rory on the back at the mention of half and half.
Rory is just confused. Is that not the? He kind of looks at Echo, is like, is that not what you do?"
It. I would maybe do a little bit less for you.
For me? He looks over to Gurn and see if like that makes sense. So like a third and a 3/4. Does Gurn just give him a lizard stare?
Does Gurn even have juice on his planet?
I don't know if they
Would
would.
probably also be fairly rare.
I just realized Rory doesn't know what juice is. He's just assuming that the colorful liquid is juice.
Yep.
It's not water to him, so it has to be something else. So
Um,
I'm assuming that Rory is gonna make the drinks then, despite not knowing how to make them.
Axel will kind of discussion sort of come over, um, and like kind of half gesture offering to do it.
She basically goes, "But you're the guest." And then he gets like, "Unless you know what you're doing."
Maybe you should let him.
I've mixed my fair share of drinks before.
Rory just kind of bows out gracefully then and sits back down.
He'll pour like a cup of juice and then like put a splash of whiskey in it, both for himself and for Rory. And then probably pour the orange juice out for the rest, but kind of let them
Decide what they want.
determine how much alcohol they want, given Homer has implied he would like more.
Then like half and half.
Like half and half.
I mean, Echo just will probably take a few more swigs of whiskey, but won't chase it with anything. So.
Gotcha.
Well, she just got a bottle to herself.
Oh no, she's not. Drinking the whole bottle, but yeah, she's.
A cup to herself then.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was gonna say as he's probably pouring the juice, Gurn might have taken a cup and just poured whiskey into it.
Fair.
Has anyone noticed that Gurn is pouring alcohol for himself like half the time?
Rory
Anyone else
probably
know?
would have with that nat 20 perception earlier.
Rory's just making in his head like, has he been drinking this entire time? Like that.
I mean, Echo can probably tell that they're pretty much drunk. Like, just.
Oh, at this point, Gurn's shit faced.
Yeah. He's 2 feet tall.
Rory
Like,
has
dude's probably
not-
close to blacking out.
Rory's just been assuming he's more quiet than usual. I don't think Rory's like processed that whenever they're like this, they're drunk. So, because half the time Homer's just like this. So,
True.
so he just assumes this is on the par for the normal. But Gurn's also just really quiet too. So yeah, Rory's probably like noticing they're drinking, but they're probably like, this is normal. This is normal for
Yeah.
everybody. But Rory has not really drunken around everybody. He took like that one drink in the bar and he grimaced, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Uh-oh.
But
Gurn, was that rolled to me?
Yeah.
That nat 1 constitution save?
Yep.
Oh God.
So yeah, Gurn would probably get maybe halfway through this cup and then black out.
Gurn's
like
fine.
pass out blackout or like
Yeah.
he just
No,
stopped
he's
being
out.
here black.
Oh.
Rory, before he takes a sip, just kind of goes, "What?" Just tap into Gurn.
Don't worry, I've got him.
Homer will kind of like drunkenly laugh and point and be like, he had too much to drunk.
Homer, roll me a constitution save. Just because
I was
be
gonna
really
say,
funny.
Point and laugh. And then see.
Be like, haha, he got too drunk. Also pass out.
Oh, never
No,
mind.
Homer's fine. He's a professional drinker.
He's-
got this.
yeah.
Echo will grab Gurn like as if he as if he were a kid, you know.
He's about that size.
Yeah.
Princess Carrie, bridal Carrie, or like baby Carrie?
Like, you know how you would like probably carry like
Propped up,
like a kid, you know, like a good
Oh,
sized kid.
oh, like
kind of
when
head
so like
resting on the shoulder, sort of
yeah,
in the arms.
the toddler Carrie.
Toddler
Yeah.
carry, yeah. Nah.
Yeah, that's what she would do, and she'd take him to his room,
Aw.
and tuck him in.
No. Yeah.
As Echo returns, Rory goes, uh, maybe we should put some water in there in case he needs it.
I'm already on it. She'll probably get him one of the like a trash can and a glass of water and anything else that I'm not
Like a
thinking
bucket?
of. Yeah.
Or no, I'm guessing the bucket is the trash can is the bucket.
Yeah.
Rory kind of looks over to Axel, is like, will that happen to us if we drink this?
Only if you start chugging from the bottle.
Rory kind of just takes a few sips then. Oh, not bad. He decides to just nurse the drink, so take a few sips every once in a while. I don't know what whiskey and orange juice tastes like because I never had whiskey. So
Yeah, I've never had. Well, I've had whiskey. I've never had whiskey and orange juice specifically.
Doesn't it burn?
Yeah.
I know whiskey burns, so I was really hoping that you guys were gonna suggest for him to have a chaser because the one time I had straight up whiskey, I remember it burning, and that's about it. That's all I remember from the night. So the burning sensation, and that's about it.
Echo's
So
just raw dogging whiskey along with Homer and Gurn.
tequila also burns. So does bourbon. Why do all three of those burn when you take a drink like straight from the thing?
Because it's killing all the
It's alcohol.
bacteria in your insides.
Just burns going down, and people are like, "Ooh, that's smooth." I'm like, "How is that smooth? It burns."
Because
Anyway,
Echo will probably take another swig.
Axel will probably hang out for a bit, sort of still chatting, drinking, everything, just kind of hanging out.
Rory sneaking in some donuts after the dinner, while making small talk too.
By all means, eat more bread. Echo encourages him to eat.
Rory kind of goes, so you cook, you train, you go to magic school. What can't you do, Axel?
Suppose I never particularly learned how to dance. 2 left feet.
There's always room for trying.
Rory goes, I mean, dancing's okay. He goes like, I only know a little bit of ballroom.
Maybe you should teach him.
Rory looks at her. It's like, that's gonna be hard, Echo.
Why?
Because Axel's a guy, I'm a guy. There's not really like male to male ballroom dancing. Rory says nonchalantly.
Homer will give Rory a confused and surprised look.
Rory's gonna insight that. See if he gets anything.
12, pretty decent.
The look is in reaction to. I think with fuck. I don't. I mean, he's obviously like surprised about the like male to male ballroom dancing comment. And maybe you can pick up. I don't know. I don't. Oh, yeah. I think he's taken aback by your comment. Yeah, I think that's
I'm just gonna assume that Rory just picks up that he said something weird for Homer Bum.
Yeah, yeah.
So he goes like, he kind of just looks at him and is like, I mean, I'll just state that there's nothing wrong for two guys dancing each other. It's just in ballroom, someone's got to lead, and you don't
And
really usually have both males leading at the same time. So
why don't you lead? You are teaching after all.
Rory kind of goes, "Oh well, I mean, I've never really led."
It might not be ballroom dancing, but Ainsley and I would dance forever.
Rory kind of just goes, "I only know certain steps," and then he kind of starts imitating like air dancing, but like it's a waltz step that he's trying to imitate, but the way he positions his hands is with the right hand. Hold on, I'm trying to do this. Left hand up and no, right hand up, left's on the back, and he's using his right foot to go back first. Meaning that's the female side.
How does Axel look?
He's just kind of smiling, sort of watching this. Maybe had a little bit of a sort of flustered reaction when you initially mentioned like you should teach him, but
Yeah, Rory's just imitating dance parts that he knows, and they're basically back steps, side step, and then the turn where he's turning. But not like he's holding his hand up to turn, but he's the one turning.
yep.
It looks like
Yep.
you could be a good teacher.
Rory kind of looks. It's like, I mean, this is just the stuff that she taught me. Kind of like
And who's she?
he kind of. So it's like, I mean, I would love to teach it, but uh, I don't know.
Just even if you don't learn anything, dancing is fun.
Rory kind of just stops and is like, "Well, Axel," and he has his hand out. It's like, maybe you could go off what I'm doing. He has his hand out.
Echo will very quietly have music going from her thingy.
Rory just sticks his hand
Alright.
out to like.
Very quietly.
Okay. So Gurn isn't here. You'll see Axel kind of look a little bit surprised for a second. Kind of look at your extended hand, look at you, and then he'll smile and take it and kind of shrug. I suppose
So,
trying won't hurt.
so Rory puts his left hand behind Axel's back, and he puts his right hand. He's like, "Just take my right hand with your left arm, your right arm on my shoulder, and so just follow my leg movements, I guess." And so when he takes the step back, and then he just kind of takes him through a basic waltz step,
Mhm.
and then like there's a box waltz step, so like back, left, up, back, and then they do the side waltz steps a little bit, occasionally just kind of bumping each other, kind of laughing. And then it's like, and when you're done, you kind of lift up your arm, and I turn underneath. And then he waits for that to happen. But in the meantime, they're just kind of waltzing a little bit together.
Give me a performance check. Let's see how
Oh,
this
God.
goes.
That's
Okay. All right.
clumsy looking.
You're both on par with each other, honestly. Um, by that I mean you both rolled the exact same number.
Oh, that's cute, dude.
So
There's a little bit of clumsiness, a little bit
not
of
professional
Yep,
looking
no.
at all.
but it's fun. You guys are both laughing.
The dance will not end until he gets spun, basically.
Axel will spin you for sure.
The man says he does not dance, and yet he can pick it up. Rory kind of smugly says to him.
I guess you are a good teacher.
I want to incite that.
All right.
Fuck.
I mean, he's smiling. There's some affection there.
Rory kind of sheepishly smiles, and it's like, well, I mean, I just kind of, I mean, and he just kind of smiles in return.
Yep.
Good. I know what you are. Vampire.
Rory
yeah.
kind of looks to the other people. It's like, who knows? Maybe you guys know more moves than I do.
Oh, being a bard, yes. Just kind of goes
Rory
with the
kinda-
territory.
Maybe Echo wants to show. He points to him more moves.
Oh no, I'm a bit too tipsy for that, darling.
He kind of looks to Homer, but it's like, do you know any moves?
I'm imagine even with Homer's like good constitutional saving throws, like he hasn't been on his meds in a while. Like bro is properly shwilled, and he's gonna like kind of give Rory like his eyes do the like slow, not the like the uneven blinking thing at Rory. And then he kind of slurs like, "Oh yeah, I can show you some moves, kid."
Does he? Sorry. Does he get up?
He does get up. It's a rough getting up, but the chair kind of tips, but he's up on his shaky little old man legs.
Echo's going to kind of keep behind him, ready to catch him if he falls.
Oh wait, was Rory asking like showing him moves just as in like dancing for
Yeah.
him, or just?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
just like.
okay. Oh, okay. I thought he meant ballroom dance. All right.
just-
Homer is gonna start. He's gonna kind of slur. He's gonna be like, "Well, I need some music."
Echo has music going.
From her. Is it from her, like. I was gonna say hurdy-gurdy. That's not what you have.
Her gramophone.
Yeah.
Oh,
sound
It
of
is
it.
very low because she doesn't want to wake Garn with it.
is it like classical?
She probably would have. She probably would have done that for them. She's kind of waiting on your vibe.
Homer's gonna be like, he's gonna be like, you got anything heavy? Hey, Echo.
Heavy?
Heavy music that goes hard, like rocks, like you're throwing rocks at a metal contraption.
I do. I actually do. Yes, I do, and she'll put it on, and I will actually give you a link here in a second.
Nice.
Ooh.
Um,
She just busts out like some corn or something.
Yeah.
well, no, because he said the specific the specific trash, like the sound of trash cans or whatever. Hold on.
Do any of you guys know that one guy?
Oh, one guy.
That's the name. That's his name.
The one guy?
Yeah.
Oh, no, then.
There you go.
He plays his own homemade instrument called the magic pipe. It's quite good.
There you go.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna listen to this really fast, y'all. See what vibe we're going with.
It's just because you said like trash can sounds.
That's actually not that bad. Holy shit.
That's good.
Oh, that's
It reminds me of when like people did the music to like construction sounds.
That's actually really good.
that's
You
sick
just-
as fuck.
Rory just kind of bobs and like kind of flails to the beat of that in the background while watching.
Homer will look a little confused, like isn't what he expected, but he'll shrug, and he will. I don't think it'll necessarily come supernatural to him, but he'll probably do the equivalent of what he remembers, like EDM rave dancing to be, mixed with a little bit of moshing, mixed with a whole lot of drunken old man. Could I roll some sort of check to see how well he does, or if he falls just flat on his ass pretty quickly?
Yeah.
And
Echo's still waiting for him to fall.
Give me a performance check. Pretty good.
Oh,
He's doing pretty
yeah.
good.
yeah, he's busting off those like EDM people, like how they'll have their like spinny hands, like their hands are just
Yeah.
like he's doing some of that. He probably is hitting with the stanky leg once or twice.
Nice.
Just kind of doing the
Yeah.
bounce, the little bouncing music dance people do with their arms slightly raised and kind of just flailing around to the beat, but not totally trying to steal Homer's thunder, just kind of grooving over on the side to the music too.
Homer's Gen Alpha, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically.
Does he know any Fortnite dances?
Oh my god.
God.
Oh my god. Wait, can you do a history check
Yes.
for Fortnite dances?
Yeah, give it to me.
For some
Dude, hit him with the
reason-
orange justice.
God, the orange justice.
For some reason, Homer's
want-
gonna have this like itching in the back of his mind. That his generation's dance is just
It's calling to you.
It's calling. Let's see if he can do it.
Yeah, he could go from default to like the other big popular ones at that point.
Dude starts hitting the gritty.
Oh my god.
Homer Bump
Orange justice would be there too.
Pretty.
That's an animation that has to get done at some point.
Wow.
I think before he starts doing his his generation's dances. He'll probably like get shirtless to really, to really sell the Rizzler. And yeah, he will remember the dances of his youth. And he will hit the gritty.
Incredible.
Rory kind of looks over to Axel like, damn, this man's outstaging us in all ways.
He is a bard. Well, no, he's not a fucking bard.
You're a
He's
monk.
Yeah,
Yeah, but monks got moves.
You've
Monks got the rhythms.
consistently been good at performing though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
I mean,
you rolled really high for the spoon performance as
Mhm.
well.
Yep.
yeah.
Well, I think don't drunken monks get skills in performance?
They can actually, if I remember correctly.
I don't know if Homer does. Do you have
Maybe it's just a latent ability.
No, you don't have proficiency in performance. You just roll great.
It just makes sense. Just makes sense that he does now.
Yeah, he's just yeah.
Does that mean he could learn how to do Drunken Fist then?
Drunken Fist?
You know that martial art where you're still really good at martial
His whole
arts. but
fighting
you're-
style.
That's pretty
Oh,
much his entire.
That just says
yeah,
normally,
that's-
then never mind.
That is actually what he does.
If you didn't find the way of the drunken monk or whatever class Quill, I mean, I was probably gonna have him be some sort of bard. So I think maybe that's rubbing off.
Makes sense.
You should be proficient in performance.
Should he?
I
Oh,
think I have an
well.
option of
They could
performance.
add it later.
Under Way of the Drunken Master, the bonus proficiencies,
You just get
you
it.
get proficiency with brewer's supplies and performance.
Well, shit.
Oh.
yeah,
That
Ooh.
makes sense
proficiency in
then. That makes
performance
sense. So it's been there the entire time. You can just add it in more officially now.
now. Yeah, those rolls were should have been even better. Even
Better
better than
than-
they.
Do you want to
they
add that
were.
info?
I just I just ticked the box for you.
Oh, sweet.
Cool. Well, that's
Wow.
good to know. Good catch, Alex.
So I thought they got performance.
Makes sense. All right.
Everyone's just depressed all around now.
Everyone's a little bit tipsy.
A little bit.
Gurn's dead. Gurn has died.
Homer, I might want to have him get up to shenanigans. No, maybe not that. Homer's gonna try to get Echo, while he's doing these like fucking Fortnite dances. He's gonna try to convince Echo to start dancing with him.
She will politely decline.
Or he's been dancing in the background this entire time, but like very diluted dancing, while standing next to Axel.
I like to think Axel's got the like foot tap head bob along to the rhythm kind of thing going. Probably sitting though.
Homer's probably gonna gritty his way over to Rory and try to get him to dance with him. Dance more.
He kind of just looks at Axel, and then kind of decides to just join Homer Bum, but like more dilute.
Homer's gonna try to teach Rory some Fortnite dances.
Rory is going to try to learn because he's trying to impress people now.
No. Get that man to floss.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Do I have to roll anything?
Give me another performance. We'll see how you hold up.
It's an
Yeah,
average
I mean,
roll.
you're able to copy Homer's moves. It's a little
Not as-
rough, but you've never done it before.
Where he kind of awkwardly smiles and he kind of is looking in Axel's direction a little bit.
Give me an insight.
Oh, Rory.
I mean, he's just kind of smiling.
Echo will watch all this, but slowly start to rotisserie chicken towards Gurn's thing, and just check up
Alright.
on Gurn.
Yeah, how's Gurn doing? Are you conscious?
Probably not.
Yeah.
He's not conscious.
No. If anything, he's like still pretty out, but there'd probably be like a bit of like tossing and muttering.
Yeah, she'll close the door and go back.
Oh, that's weird. Where did I move? That was weird.
Did you get moved, you said?
Robin?
What happened?
I was trying to move my icon and it just went really big for a second and then fixed itself. Like, that was weird.
Oh, that's interesting.
I didn't know what happened. I was like, what? Okay. After the dancing, Rory kind of just like went back to Axel's seat and kind of just laughing and kind of going, "Did you enjoy the show?"
Oh, it was great.
How
You
come
seem
you didn't
to
want to?
pick up new skills very quickly.
Rory just goes, "Nah, it's kind of like copying what people do. You should have danced though." He kind of laughs.
I don't know how late you all want to be up. I'm sure eventually Axel will say something about you should be getting going, probably. Doesn't want to overstay his welcome, so to say.
On hearing that, Rory gets a little sad and goes, "Oh, well, I mean, it is gonna get late. You probably have work."
I should get a little sleep before my next shift.
Rory kind of goes, well, I mean, we should do this again."
Oh, before you go, she will float over to the kitchen, make up a little knapsack with one of her bags. Yeah.
The bags of bags.
Um, she'll give him leftovers, like of stuff that doesn't like necessarily need to be heated up.
Nice.
But yeah, she'll for like lunch later. For shift.
Nice. He will thank you very much.
Rory kind of just goes to him and is like, "No, if you ever want to dance again."
Never gonna dance again.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
Necro?
Yeah, we should do this again sometime, definitely.
Very soon. Insight.
Okay.
Who are you inserting?
Him. Actually. Shit.
I mean, he definitely seems like he had a genuine. He had a good time.
Hell yes.
As he sort of says his goodbyes, tells you all to tell Gurn that he said goodbye and it was nice meeting him. He'll kind of give one last sort of smile at Rory and then head out.
Rory has his arms out wide, doing the waving thingy, but kind of slowly. Because he put his arms out and then he kind of just did the wave, the double hand wave.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably fairly late at this point.
Like, how late?
9 or 10ish.
You know,
A
like
little
when
later.
adults go back home. Rory sighs and goes, "That was fun." But now he sounds sad.
That's way too fun. Hopefully he'll be back soon.
Rory looks over to Gurn's room. You don't think that was the flower, was it?
No, I think he just had too much to drink.
Rory's feeling a little tipsy as he only had the one drink. But he goes, "So, Echo." Rory kind of just looks at him and is like, "Well,
Well, what?
didn't you invite him for you tonight?"
No, of course not.
Rory kind of cocked his head like, "What do you mean?"
I mean, he's very nice looking, but... I don't think he's for me.
Then Rory kind of looks confused and goes, "But then why did you invite him over?"
Because he was very nice and helpful towards you and Homer.
Rory goes, "Oh, so this is like more of like a thank you sort of dinner."
Yes, but I like him so much I think he should, come back.
Rory looks at her like, "Oh, you want to be friends with him too then?"
Yes.
Ah, I mean, yeah, it's always nice to have more friends.
Very nice. I would like to incite Rory.
Go ahead.
Damn it.
um. So, you are picking up that Rory does not really realize what happened tonight. Rory goes, "That must have been a mistake then, what Lily gave him for the flowers."
And why do you say that?
Because they're red carnations.
Okay. What does that mean?
Rory kind of like, well, I mean, red carnations usually stand for like passionate love, and a very impassioned and like someone who's really into somebody. But like this was a friendly thing. He kind of says point blank. So like maybe I don't know.
Echo just give a smirk.
He goes like red carnations either mean a deep love, but they're usually for a woman's affection. So that's why I kind of assumed this was there for you. But since Lily's the one who told him to, then maybe he just didn't know what they meant.
Maybe.
They are really nice though, but I gotta make sure they stay alive. So he kind of, it's like I'm gonna She's like, I'm just gonna go trim up the stems a little bit, and yeah, they do really look nice in my room, though. But Lily probably didn't mention to him what they meant. Shame, though. He really should give them to someone special. And then he kind of just goes back into his room with that comment.
Echo snickers a little bit after the door closes, and
I would like to point out that carnations are also historically a very gay flower.
Rory is choosing not to say that.
Yep.
Echo.
Rory's like, there's no way. There's no way. So
Echo snickers, smiles at the door. Where's Homer at this point?
Homer is probably on the couch, looking awfully sleepy, but not quite asleep.
I see. Echo will go to her room. Leave her coin and stuff. She's immediately going out her window.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. Good enough. Where are you going?
Across the river. She's gonna
Okay.
busk.
Okay. In the streets or?
In the streets.
All right.
isn't it nighttime?
It
Yeah.
is.
Whoa,
But it's Friday night, so.
It is Friday
baby,
night.
it's Friday night.
She'll probably go. Probably more towards Commercial Street.
Okay, makes sense. Probably find a busier area.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a performance check.
Please, Echo.
Okay. Yeah, you're. I assume you're singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's Friday night crowd. You'll get a couple groups of drunk people pass by who will toss you some dollars. They don't really use coin over here.
Mm-hmm.
Just 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull something up. Okay. Roll me a 1d6. Okay. So that will bring your performance up to a 20. As you feel a strange sort of inspiration course through you while you're playing.
What?
And as you continue, give me a perception check. As you're playing, you'll notice a small, sort of shadowy, cat-like, ironically, figure. Seems a little wispy, a little incorporeal. Sort of appearing, disappearing, weaving amongst the crowds. And eventually it will come up and sit with you, and you'll hear a sort of... It's not an exact instrument per se, but some sort of music, sort of notes emanating from it that weave in with your music and kind of enhance the overall performance.
What?
And I will post what this guy looks like. Posting it in the general chat. It's about the size of a cat.
Oh,
my god, it's a 14 symbol.
oh,
Huh?
it's
Sorry,
a
I just saw the
Forte
tail and
symbol.
it made like a 14 symbol.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
If you like turn the cat upside down, basically.
I do see. I do see it now.
oh,
And it'll just sit with you, playing music along with you until you finish up. At which
Oh.
point it will briefly rub up against your leg and then disappear in a sort of wisp of not smoke, but just kind of, I guess, what looks like smoke.
oh, the fuck?
Hey, quick question, out of character, out of timeline. What
Mhm.
color is Timber?
He's black and white.
Aw, shame. Mostly because I was gonna say like, interesting. The man named Timber, but there's a word that's called Tombre, and that's literally what the cat did. Couldn't be a
Oh,
coincidence.
it's so cute. Ah.
And you will make probably about a gold total.
100 buckaroonies, let's
A
go.
gold. Cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's so cute. What the fuck?
Little random encounter.
All encounters are random if you're not paying attention.
That's
I'm
true.
kidding.
What the fuck? Okay.
We gotta give her some more time to get used to what just happened.
And are you making your way home after that?
Yeah. She's gotten her
Righty.
feelings out.
Yeah.
She went to busk because, okay, never mind. Carry on.
Yeah.
I wasn't picking up what was going on. Clearly.
Yeah, she got her feelings out.
Get those
Nice.
fifis out. Let those fifis rise.
And then I think we will call it there for tonight.
Oh, this was the wholesome episode.
Yeah.
No trauma, really.
No trauma.
We
Just
had a little.
some floor donuts. And Gurn
Just
got
fun.
blackout drunk.
Only a little sadness happened.
Yeah.
That's because of the drama earlier.
Yeah. Doesn't
God, it's still balanced out. This was still the same day. You're right.
It's been a hell of a Friday.
God, it was only Friday.
Echo just tipsy going to the commercial street by herself. No one knows where she's at. Damn.
Good thing nothing bad happened
Yeah.
this time.
Sorry.
Wait.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I also thank you for indulging on Rory not picking up what was going down, guys.
No, it's
the
good.
minute he saw the red carnations, he's like, Oh, women's love, affection, and love for a woman. Okay, got it. This is for Echo. That's what went through his mind.
Yep, sure.
And now, Rory's like, Axel has a crush on Echo. Oh no.
No.
Rory's clearly not picking up what's happening.
Fuck.
I think it's funny because
Yes.
that's literally if it was any other flower, I would have went into it more. But I'm like, red carnations. This can be interpreted two different ways. Let's go with the one that's going to cause confusion.
Yep, good.
It creates better story.
That's why Rory was like, "Why are you giving this to me? This is supposed to be for Echo." And then when you ask, like, you should teach him to dance, and Rory's like, "But two men can't lead." He's trying to hint like you should dance with them.
Isn't it based more on height?
Yeah. Now it is. Now it doesn't matter.
That's fair.
In,
Yeah, that's
in
true.
ballroom now, it just whoever's the shorter one should do the partner part instead of the leader part. Is how you politely say that.
Yeah.
Because there are two men that compete in ballroom. There's like a lot of them compete in ballroom now. So whoever's the shorter one does the dances part, and then the leader who sets the pace is the taller one because you have to.
Mm-hmm.
Makes the turns easier. But I also like that you guys caught on when Rory said that's what she taught me, implying that his friend is the one who taught him how to
that was
dance.
cute.
But that means Rory doesn't know how to do the male lead part either.
Good.
Good.
I had to like literally do the pose to myself. I'm like, I do this, so I have to reverse that. Okay, there we go. Oh god, Rory is short. How tall is Axel?
Probably about 6 foot.
Jesus. That means if Rory like leaned against him during that dance part, he'd be at the chest level.
Yep.
Maybe
Right on the
roughly.
pecs.
Yeah. Like no. Yeah.
Good.
All intended, wasn't it? How dare thee?
Take
Oh,
it.
another episode without Tyrion either. Let's go.
I
2 in a
know.
row.
Was he not in the last one?
No, he
was mentioned, that
wasn't.
was it. Didn't even get mentioned in this one.
No, he was only mentioned in the last one.
Yeah, he got
Guys, we
eaten
went a
by Charlie, but
Yeah, but we got a full episode without bothering Tyrion.
finally.
No, a full day without bothering Tyrion. That means there was no chance, or none of us made him witness something stupid. every time we bother him, something stupid happens.
Yep.
In quotations, stupid in quotations.
I feel like his seriousness brings out the chaos somehow.
It kind of does.
It's the counteract all the
Yeah,
seriousness
the
of him. Someone's like,
juxtaposition.
it's like we can't deal with this all seriousness. Someone's got to make it silly. Just
Yep.
happens every single time. Let's be real.
Oh, I love it. I
Well,
love
I
it so
love-
much.
I love the Fortnite dances.
That was really good.
Oh,
I love the super cute awkward ballroom dance followed up by the all right, let's break it down.
Literally, Axel and fucking Soul new ship.
it's been a ship for me.
I mean, not Soul, fucking Rory. Sorry.
I was like, what?
In character, in character.
In
Yes.
character.
Soul and Axel. Not even
Yeah.
Rory.
Not even Rory.
It's very meta with this one.
Jesus.
He's like, I can see. I
There's
can
someone
see
else there.
who controls you.
Yo.
And me
yeah.
likey.
Let's get let's make the attachment, and then the heartbreaking realization when he finds out who Carmine is in the background.
Yeah.
Guys, remember, Rory said Carmine's looking for him and kind of hunting him down a little bit. Well, not to him, but like to another guard. I'm
Mhm.
assuming that comes out some point, maybe. Word spread around.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows?
We shall see.
I have not been able to bring out Carmine because we're not in situations where Rory's alone.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. That's the other person's name. Spoiler alert.
That's alright.
I like to believe, though, that in that journal entry that Rory wrote, where he crossed out the name, or he made it look weird,
Mhm.
that's how he's been trying to write the journals, because he feels like maybe someone checks these at some point, or if he ever one ever finds his notebooks, they'll wonder
Makes
who the other
sense.
person is. So, combined with the fact that his friend's diaries here too, all the
Yeah,
more
that's
reason.
still a thing. Haven't really gotten many answers on.
Actually, wait. Why is that there?
It's a good question.
Rory never bothered to question it. Now that I think about it, I'm like, huh, wait a minute.
I feel like there was a little bit of questioning at the library, but we
He
haven't really
thought about
followed
it.
up yet.
Yeah, he thought about it briefly, but then he was more preoccupied because thoughts.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
Mystery for another day. How many more days in the future? Who knows? This is like what, our second week there.
Yeah.
Echo's gonna ask the party to go with her to her stalkers.
Yay.
The casino.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Hopefully tomorrow.
Yippee.
that's gonna be interesting. Is anyone actually gonna gamble while we're there?
I don't know how Echo's going to take it.
Anybody in the party a gambler? Anybody got gambling debt?
Gamble.
Mm, I don't think so, because I think I established earlier that Rory doesn't know what how casinos actually are. He only
Yeah.
has books in his.
Oh my god, imagine if he gets addicted to gambling.
The rush.
I imagine Gurn's only ever played a couple like card games, and that's it.
Makes sense.
Rory's gonna get
Maybe
addicted to
some
the
dice.
slots. Rory's gonna get addicted to something that involves luck, like slots or roulette.
Oh no.
What would Homer be into if he had to gamble something? Belly.
What was that?
What would Homer do if he was a gambler? Like what game? I would assume Rory's would be luck based if he had to do a gamble thing.
Deception based.
Oh, so like
see
blackjack
Homer
and
being-
poker.
Yeah. Poker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they got my first two double low nat 20s, and that's never gonna happen ever again.
Nope.
I think I've had more nat 1s than nat 20s. This is like the third nat 20 I've gotten in this game, right? Maybe
I don't
fourth.
know.
Maybe fourth.
Something like that, probably.
It's not high enough. I'll put Rory in bed. But I agree. I love this party. It's great. We're all broken to some degree, though.
You guys have incredible chemistry.
There are
Considering you didn't know what your fellow player characters were gonna be like when you all made your characters.
it's very convenient that all of us are broken, so there's trauma bonding to a certain degree.
Yes. Next session we'll get into Remembrance Day Saturday.
Ooh. Oh, I can't wait till Rory confronts Homer on that what that mouse squeak was.
Oh yeah.
Because Rory caught on to what that is, and he whispered to Homer as he passed by, I have questions for you later. The entire dinner, Echo going, I know who you are, I know what you are, I know what you are, to everybody in the room.
I'm not surprised that Gurn got so drunk that he passed out, given that he's like 2 feet tall. But part of me is still just because he's so Gurn.
That man can't get drunk. He's
Part
a
of me,
lizard.
part of me, while that entire part was happening, I was like, is like Rory's just noticing that Gurn was there the entire time, but Rory did not notice that Gurn was drinking the entire time. And he's like, is this normal? Is this what Gurn does?
Echo just letting it all happen.
I
I was saying
was
no one was
also-
paying attention to the fact that he just kept drinking.
Yeah, Rory at least knew he was there, but he never saw him drink, so he's like, what the heck happened? Rory didn't even know he ate a flower either.
No one did. No one got that. Why? Why did you do that?
I
Yeah,
don't
why
know.
did you do that?
I mean, it
Partially
seems like
because he
something
was-
you would do, but
He was somewhat drunk at that point already.
that's fair. The intrusive thoughts won.
I was also like,
Not the
oh crap,
intrusive
when you did that, I'm
thoughts.
like, oh crap, does Alex know that those are poisonous to pets? I'm like, wait, are those poisonous for lizards though?
Apparently,
I-
they're not.
so I'm like, well, this didn't do anything then. This is like,
Would have been
comment
awkward
they
if
could
they
do.
were.
Well, I knew like some lizards and like reptiles eat flowers, or at least sometimes like the nectar and stuff.
Yes, bearded dragons eat. They quite like flowers.
Yeah, I knew
Eat
that
vegetables.
too. So the minute you said that he's told me, I looked up, I'm like, red carnations, poisonous lizards. And I'm like, well, no, I found out they're poisonous to cats. So
Oh, I was already looking at a list of flowers that lizards can eat.
okay. So I
I'm
was
like,
gonna
it's not on here, but yeah, he'd still eat it.
Yeah,
I
to
want-
be
I-
fair, I don't know if he would know necessarily which ones.
No,
this was just a moment of intrusive thoughts. One basically is what you're saying.
yep.
Not the intrusive thoughts.
God, think sometimes intrusive thoughts win, but usually it's over like small things, like eating candy off the floor.
Sure.
Yeah,
Eating donuts off the floor.
yeah.
Or the South Park joke of kicking the baby, which you should never do in real life, guys. I'm not endorsing it.
I'm endorsing it.
So, no, don't kick the babies.
You heard them you heard him, everybody. Kick the baby.
Punt it like a football.
Don't kick the babies.
Kick the baby.
All in favor of kicking the baby?
Hi.
Nay.
I
Oh
Well,
no, the
shit.
eyes have it. I've been outnumbered. There's nothing I can do. It's like when people say, well, if you didn't want people kicking it, it shouldn't be shaped like a ball.
Why shape like football?
If your baby shaped like a football, that's concerning.
That's true.
I mean,
You're either like Stewie or gonna be like, hey Arnold, which one do you want to be?
it can happen just based off of what type of birth you have.
There's also the people who like to do that one birth method, and I don't recommend anyone ever do this. One birth method where they just kind of push really, really hard
I'm doing that.
on the abdomen, and they make it kind of ricochet out.
I'm doing that
Ugh.
Yeah, pressure.
when I have a kid.
No,
so I
Sparksy.
can-
No, Sparksy. That
Yes,
could cause
Sparksy.
the lining to tear.
Yes, Sparksy.
Oh no, I don't know if you want to have stitching where the between that hole and the other hole to
Ooh.
fix that.
I think that's like really just gonna happen. Because if
I mean,
you ask anybody, uh, more women have that stitch.
Yeah, it is common.
Well, there's you can need normal stitches, and then there's like the fucked up extra one that they do.
Also,
the
you
Guys
husband
to do that,
stitch.
we can stab them with their.
there's also
with their-
that. There's also the other problem that like happened a lot now in terms of birthing. That like, and this is just a weird study thing that people found out. But modern humans don't have wide enough hips for a birth canal.
Oh.
So for some
Yeah,
people, they're gonna have to break the pelvis a little to get that happen, and a lot of women don't want that, so they all opt for the C-section now.
Yeah.
and it's really sad because like people tell other people that they're not a woman or they're not a mother because they
Did not
have
give a natural
those.
birth.
Yeah.
Very sad. So slightly doxing my family history, but my mom did not give any of us a natural birth because she was in labor with my eldest sister for 17 hours.
Oh my god.
And according to my mom, my sister refused to move. So
I came out
she-
elbow first.
I'll go first.
I-
Cheekily Christmas.
I came out with I came out blue with the
Yeah, I was purple.
umbilical cord wrapped around my fucking neck.
I was
That's crazy.
apparently the color of an eggplant.
Oh god.
That's purple.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, so my mom's like, nope. And once you get a C-section, you have to get it for every other birth afterwards.
Yep.
That means publicly, I am a platinum star, guys. If you know what that means, there you go. I would like to keep the card, so we're just gonna, one of the weirdest things my best friend said I should be proud of. Like that I have a platinum star.
I don't actually know what that means.
So do you know what a gold star gay is?
No.
So in a gold star gay in relative terms just means that that you as a gay man have never touched um uh,
Gotcha.
yeah, but a platinum star means you have never done it at all because a gold star means you at least did it when you were born. But since I was born in a C-section, I have never touched
You're like
one.
one of those sort of Shakespearean exceptions to the prophecy.
The parent. Oh,
No man born.
out of the mother's womb or through the mother's womb or canal, something about.
I think it was just the phrasing was no man born, but
Oh,
he
right.
wasn't. He wasn't technically. So get away with it.
The Shakespearean caveat.
Yep.
Fascinating. Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it.
Maybe next week we'll go to the casino finally.
Isn't that what we were doing?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Casino. Casino. Casino.
Casino. Casino.
It's finally get to meet my special boy.
Please. Ah,
My beautiful special boy.
ah.
I thought you were actually making a pun with like Timber's name and what that cat was doing. And I'm like,
No.
oh, that's clever. Because that would mean everyone's been pronouncing his name wrong.
Unfortunately, I didn't
they
think
are-
about that.
Tomothy.
damn.
It's Tomothy.
Oh my god, it's Tomothy.
Tomothy.
No one here knows who Tomothy is except for
Alex.
us. Alex also.
Mm.
But he doesn't ever acknowledge.
Wait, what's wrong with Timothy?
There's nothing wrong with Tomothy. He's a beautiful boy.
He's perfect in all ways.
Questionable content?
He's Meeval's long lost brother.
Who may or may not
Oh.
actually exist.
What do you mean may or may not? What?
V made him up.
V made him up, and Alex won't acknowledge
Oh.
either Larry or Tomothy.
Who's Larry?
He just
Larry. The one
A
from
lobster?
the memes.
No names.
Larry.
Have you seen the I can't even call it an animation. The thing
Oh,
where
is it like you better be nice to me and my squad, or you have to deal with Oopie Goopy, something something, something something,
yeah.
and Larry at the end.
Yeah. There's other ones about Larry, but yeah, it's that same that vibe.
It's like Jimmy, Bill Bob or something like that at one point, and Larry. It's always the last one has a really, really normal sounding name compared to the rest of them.
Larry.
Do I still have that video? Where is it?
What is the loneliest number?
I don't remember how long ago that was.
I have to pee. I will be right back.
Have a good pee.
Have fun. Oh, I found him.
I'm going to bed.
Night.
Good night.
Good night, Alex.
Huh.
Is it this one? This is the finished version.
What could be worse than the Mr. Evil Guy?
Me is worst.
Said the Mr. Super Evil Guy.
Yeah.
Little did he know about Larry.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Larry.
Larry.